have another award tonight. It's our final and very special award, and it's for the lifetime contribution to Midlands business. Shh. Gosh, you do talk so much. Now, this award recognises a sustained outstanding performance over a number of years promoting and supporting business development in the Midlands. And the recipient this year is the Vice-Chancellor of one of the Midlands' leading universities, in fact the country's leading universities, Leicester. He is Professor Sir Robert Burgess.
I've known Bob for a very long time, since the early 90s. He was at the University of Warwick. He set up the postgraduate program in Warwick. He expanded it, made it international. And being a sociologist, he knew how to deal with people.
This level of respect for his achievements was recognised last year, which was wonderful, when he was knighted for his services to higher education. At a local level, I was delighted to be able to publicly recognise Bob's achievements when again last year I appointed him as one of my deputy lieutenants for Leicestershire.
Bob and I first worked together at the University of Warwick. Bob was Pro-Vice-Chancellor, I was in the administration, and a huge amount of what I've learned about the ways in which academics and administrators can work together to create successful universities, I learned from Bob Burgess.
He has achieved for Leicester, for the Midlands as a whole, some remarkable things and brought Leicester up to the modern age. That's an achievement where people, take 20, 30 years. He's all done it within a very short period of time.
Sir Robert has now been Vice-Chancellor of this University of Leicester since 1999, and he's led it, I think, through one of the most successful decades of the university's history. He's highly respected both within the educational sector and the wider community here in the county and the city, and not just within Leicestershire, but nationally as well.
I was really pleased when we were able to work together again when I was Chief Executive of UCAS and Bob was Chairman of the Directors. During that time we took some really big decisions together.
That you are being awarded the award for lifetime contribution to Midland businesses, and you, more than anybody else, deserve it. Congratulations.
Bob is a great asset to our county. He's a respected leader of higher education. His skills and experience help guide our wider community and economy. And I'm really delighted that the Midlands Business Awards tonight acknowledging his many talents and achievements.
For his contribution to education, to business, and to education and business working together, I can't think of anyone who deserves this award more than Bob Burgess.
I'm delighted to accept this Lifetime Achievement Award, not only for myself, but also for my colleagues in the University of Leicester. All our successes are based on the work of the whole team. Universities themselves are businesses, and they're big businesses with higher education at their heart. In the last decade, our turnover has doubled and now stands at £260 million. We have 23,000 students and we employ 3,800 staff. Altogether, we look at the way in which we can link up with other businesses. We look at the way in which our research can link to the needs of business and industry. We look at ways in which we can train staff in other businesses and also, of course, place our students in a range of occupations. In that sense, the university links with the local community in Leicester, Leicestershire and also across the Midlands. It's very important that universities contribute to and enhance the work that is done in the Midlands, and we're very pleased that the University of Leicester contributes some £140 million every year to the local economy. Besides that, we are one of the top 200 universities in the world, and from that point of view, what the people of Leicester and Leicestershire can say is that they have a university that actually is international in standard but links to the local community. In this respect, I'm really proud to receive this award on behalf of the university, as well as to accept it for myself.
Well, to present this award, we have the man and the brains behind the Midlands Business Awards, Harj Sander. And here is Professor Sir Robert Burgess.
Well, first of all, to say this is really a great honour and absolutely splendid, not only for me, but also, as I said on the video, to the colleagues that I have in the University of Leicester, because everyone in the room will know that you've got to work as a team in order to pull off great success in business. Now, you'll be pleased to know at this time of night, I'm going to do the short version of the speech, so I've just got 30 pages I'm going to talk you through this evening. I'm sure that'll be okay. I reckon we'll be through by, well, the speed I talk, probably just about midnight, so you'll be just in the mood then. Interestingly enough, 12 years ago, when I arrived in the University of Leicester, one of the first public engagements was to go to a East Midlands business dinner, and I'm sure the people on the table I was on wanted to ask me one question: what on earth is a Vice-Chancellor doing at a businessman's dinner? And indeed, one person went as far as to say to me, come on then, tell us some things about that place that we pass in Leicester every day. And I told them about the number of students, not very impressed. Told them about the number of people we employ. That's interesting. And then I said, and our turnover is, and quoted the turnover at the time, and the person brightened up immediately. And he said, you're 3 times the size of my business. And I think that's one of the things about UK universities, that we are big businesses, and we are big businesses that really have much to contribute to your communities. If you think about the universities in the Midlands, both west and east, and I think we need, as we have been tonight, to talk about the Midlands, because if we talk about the Midlands, we can see off the northwest and the northeast, we can be truly competitive, and we can develop on the business base that we have. Indeed, one of the things that we might just reflect on is that Midlands universities, even 3 years ago, were in fact totalling a revenue of somewhere around £3 billion. International revenue from the Midlands universities represented over 700 million of export earnings alone. And Midlands universities employed 46,000 full-time equivalent jobs in the region. They had generated that additional extra. Now, in that sense, I would say that universities and business coming together in a social way, in which we have this evening, and also coming together in order to engage in a whole range of areas. We build the needs of industry into our research projects. We provide an outlet for knowledge exchange across the business community. We prepare students for employment with you regionally and nationally. We train staff, and I hope we train and help to train many of your staff. We provide jobs for the local community. We are very keen as higher education institutions to continue building and developing strong relationships with our industrial and commercial partners in the region. And I hope that events such as this evening will help us build networks of like-minded individuals with entrepreneurial spirit who develop new ways of working and build bridges between research and development. All these old labels that actually suggested universities were ivory towers, we've kicked away. And indeed, one of the things we do now is to engage with you, the business community. Altogether, higher education and the business community can act as champions for the Midlands region and bring together a range of developments that will contribute to the regional economy and to regeneration in the UK. Altogether, the Midlands, West and East, can be a powerhouse of ideas, generating jobs and developments that will benefit UK society generally. Just think about the ways in which people trained in universities actually help you and your families day by day, in healthcare, in going to see the GP. GPs are trained in universities. Going to have your children educated in primary and secondary schools. The teachers were trained in universities. The list is endless, and in that sense, we need to generate all that and work together collaboratively with you. Just remains for me to say, have a great evening, continue networking, and I hope that this evening leads to a number of new initiatives and new work in both parts of the English Midlands. Thanks very much, and congratulations to everyone.